Oh my God, 50s, a woman gets a lot of power back. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
I agree.
You don't have to burn everything down to get what you want.
You know I'm going to try and become your friend after this.
Oh, sorry, I don't have time.
What? So rude. So rude.
It's not important to succeed. It's important to try. Because I don't want to die going, I chickened out.
No mai, haere mai. To Grey Areas with me, Petra Bagust. Today, I'm chatting with Kiwi actor and director Lucy Lawless, all about her role in feature film Pike River, her own documentary film, and really thriving in your 50s. Lucy is a firecracker of a human being who continues to do the hard thing. Here's Lucy. Appreciate you taking the time to join me today.
Sorry I blew you off. It's taken a long time.
We sat here this time last week. We just sat around for an hour.
But you asked me like months ago or a year ago.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I don't have time. I thought, I've got a bloody, all right, come on, go see this Petra lady. And then it didn't happen, sorry. I was like, where's the link? And you guys are like, are you coming? I'm like, I'm in Gisborne. What are you talking about?
So good.
I'm 9 hours away, but
here you are.
Here I am.
Back in your hood.
Yeah.
Patience is a virtue, I've found, with this kind of thing. If you really want to talk to somebody, if you want to hang out with them, then I know I got it.
This is kintsugi? What is this?
It is kintsugi. I'm like, Hamish just picked you a really excellent coffee cup.
I love it, but it's in danger of bloody springing a leak or collapsing at any moment. This is amazing.
Bought it in Spain, and I was gesticulating, and I threw it down the stairs, and Hamish glued it back together for me.
It's really pretty.
Isn't it pretty? He said, are you ready to let go of it? And I'm like, no, I'm not ready to let go of it.
No, but you can get like hepatitis from...
What?
used to happen in the war,
Hamish.
that people would get it from cracked plates. It would be in the... But you used really good glue.
Lucy Lawless
If I get
dies.
hepatitis, it's from the nice cup.
Well, look. This one's only got one. It's only got one.
Super beautiful.
Yeah, I know. Cheers. Here's to not getting hepatitis.
Yeah.
And to kintsugi, to broken things being reborn.
Yeah, I'll drink to that. Broken things being reborn. Oh, that sounds like a motif.
Doesn't it? We're all a little bit broken. Constantly being renewed. Yeah. Thanks for giving in.
Sure.
And joining me on Grey Areas. I appreciate it. Hey, Pike River is something that I went to see. I went to see the Pike River movie. And there's something a little bit joyous about Melanie Linsky, Robin Malcolm and Lucy Lawless headlining a movie like that. That's a New Zealand story. Like, that's very cool.
Well, they're headlining. I'm doing a little guest appearance.
Yeah.
But yeah, gorgeous. And what a lovely film. Like, it was I was surprised by it that they made such visual poetry out of could be such an ugly environment. They made it poignant and sublime and compelling. Like, I just could not stop watching.
I agree with you. We were describing it this morning. The visual symphony of the landscape in the opening scenes, and in the essence that capturing of the awe and beauty and power of nature, right? And
also man's avarice. You know, the camera sort of zooms in from out. You're seeing it all beautiful, and it zooms in, and I hope the audience gets it. That's a seam of coal. So this beautiful landscape is going to be targeted and blown to shit so that we can burn the stuff into the air.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Nah, that's I love the activist in you and the realist. Like, this is the truth. It's the juxtaposition, isn't it? That's
what film. That's what art is. It's tension of this versus that happening at the same moment.
Yeah.
And your mind rushes in to fill it with meaning, imbue it with meaning.
Yeah. And in terms of you playing the part of Helen Kelly, who is, was the president of the Council of Trade Unions in New Zealand for years, and a woman who lived and breathed this role, a life,
service.
a passion of a life of service, and a passion for seeing workers be safe and return home at night to their families, over and over again, in the forestry industry and the film industry and just constantly. Was that just an easy yes for you, a role like that?
It was an easy yes, but with huge trepidation. I mean, I'm always going to say yes to something terrifying. I don't know why this is a kink in my nature, but also, I don't know her. I'm not worthy. How do you pull off somebody who deserves a very faithful and representation? This is certainly the feeling of I'm not worthy to play her, and I know it. But I'm gonna anyway. Like, they're asking. I'm gonna say yes, and I may fail at it. But I really had a real love for her as an activist. I didn't know her. Didn't really know that much about her, except I love people that put themselves out for others, and she was all about that. People with a vocation for servicing others.
Yeah.
It's so selfless.
It's so incredible. Like even just getting ready to chat with you, I'm reading about her life and her death because she died of lung cancer. And just reading that she grew up playing meetings, not playing dolls. You know, that her...
Oh, really? Yeah, just like born to a vocation.
She was just, her parents were unionists, and how it's very easy to other. Like, it's really easy if I'm on this side of a political fence or this side of a socioeconomic fence, it's easy to other somebody. And there are tropes that exist around cohorts of people in religion and politics.
That's a lot of fancy words there, lady.
Okay.
I mean, I like them. Does your audience, are they all like
they're
that
all
frickin' literate?
I suspect they might be.
Okay, let's break it down though. Let's just talk Mount Albert here.
Okay. So if I grow up and I'm a middle class person, and I'm not a working class. I was a working. My mum and dad were working class people, right? But unions can be seen as othered, like those people over there who are making trouble and who are, and it's easy to start to just wrap groups of people out. Like, and I think it would be easy
feminists, greenies, fucking rebel rousers,
rousers, like activists, like socialists, communists. It's really easy, feminist, like you say.
Yeah.
And yet reading just about what was motivating her and what she was committed to. Like, she changed the laws for forestry to keep forestry workers safe. And deaths went from 10 a year to 1 a year the following year, right? But what I noted was the family said, and she didn't leave our lives. So there's this idea that people exist in the world who cause trouble and really advocate in a difficult way.
Agitate
for change. For people to be held to account.
Right.
Journalists sometimes do it, as much as some of our listeners won't want to hear that. Like, you know, we live in an age where there's a lot of verbal combat going on. And somebody like Helen Kelly just did the
materially change people's lives. And people who are not powerful, because we feel like we're just little workers at the end of, I say we.
Many people.
I'm inferring that if you're somebody who goes to work for a mine, or in fact I worked for Newmont's mining company in Australia. You just feel like a tiny little Johnny come lately to this great big machine. You don't feel like you have the right to wag the dog, you know, to affect change when you're just this little nothing at the end of the chain, right? And so you do stuff that's not good for you. You know, I was going into tailing dumps that were full of cyanide and stuff. You don't know, and we're just two dumb Kiwi teenagers sort of wandering around in the So having these people who will agitate for your good. People, I guess people don't like change, so I think people who are demanding change. I got it from my own in my own family. People thought that I was after attention when I was doing activism with Greenpeace. And or that I was just rebel rousing I think they thought for attention. It's like, don't you know me at all? You know, I get plenty of attention. I don't need this kind of attention. It's about doing the right thing. And anyway, it's just a phenomenon. People suspect people who are standing up, asking for change.
Yeah, they do, and they're trying to shift. They're trying to shift a social way of being. Like, that it's not acceptable for people to go to work, and that these rules or these things that make it easier to make profit or make it easier for the company to do whatever.
Shouldn't be profiting off.
It shouldn't be profiting off
the integrity of my body.
Yeah. So I think, it's like how we're in a very kind of agitated state in society at the moment in terms of verbal getting at each other via the internet, via political environment, via with the change in New Zealand media. It's like I'm interested even in portraying a character like this and in being in the world yourself. It feels to me like there's great value in being able to conflict well and being able to hold the tension, like you were talking about in a movie, hold the tension of an alternative view or way of being, and hold the tension long enough to try and understand where the other person is coming from.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. You little thinker, you. Yeah. I'm not sure that I do that well. Not consciously. Sometimes, yeah, that's good. That's just about trying to see somebody else's point of view in a conversation, right? Yeah, be open to being affected by them instead of hardening yourself, your edges, right?
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be affected by somebody. That, I learned, that's what dialectic is. I never knew what that was. It's sort of, Greeks asking questions but a dialectic is to have two opposing ideas and putting them in the washing machine of your conversation or your nervous system, and then coming out at a more profound truth. That these two opposing things can both be true, but to synthesize them into a more nuanced, more profound understanding. So that's what you're asking about.
Yeah. And I'm acknowledging that involves a bit of discomfort potentially. That involves hearing ideas that are different to your own, and you don't want to question your own idea. Like, it's much more comfortable to sit with the I know what I know, and I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this set of beliefs and or ideas, and I will sit happily with this. Like, it's disruptive to take on board.
Do you remember, this has ever happened to you? I remember a time where I fought some idea that somebody brought up, and then I went, wait a minute, Lucy, whose idea is that? How did you arrive at this point of certainty about this? And I realised that's not my thought at all. That's entirely received through well-meaning people in my world. And that's part of growing up, where you just sort of start stripping away those things and examining them a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I personally, I really love changing my mind, but only about some things.
Okay, what? Okay, give me the difference between the two.
Okay, so I absolutely adore changing my mind. If I've been really judgmental about somebody, if I've gone, oh, well, that person's just interested in this, and they are this kind of a person, and I'm a bit judgy and a bit critiquey, and then I'm like, oh, yay, I'm wrong. I'm so wrong about them.
Right.
That's my favourite kind.
What happens when you learn the other way? You thought they were great and they turn out not to be. What happens inside you?
A grief, probably. Like, that's a loss. That's a loss of a potentially trusted person or an ally or somebody who you think you're on the same page. I think that's a sadness for me. You?
I was just thinking about what you said. There's when you meet somebody new in romance or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's
even not in romance, in friendship, potentially.
In friendship, right. You meet somebody new, you have this sort of shopping list of desires that they be these items, and we project that onto them, and then you realise, not this one, take that off, refashion that. And that's love, is to see things clearly, right? Is to just... And to embrace reality is part of being a wiser human being, I guess. Being prepared to see reality as it is, and let go the shopping list.
Yeah, and that, I think, is that exactly because we don't consume other people, right? The metaphor, extend the metaphor out. I've acquired this person who is correct for me.
That's good. Look, they fit my cookie cutter just right. And then they're like, no, I've got all these other.
Then they leak out the bottom of the cookie cutter.
That's right. Yeah.
I think that, like, there's a guy, M. Scott Peck, you'd know him, famous, and now,
he went off the rails a bit.
I think he slept with some of his clients. It was bad. It was a different era. Yes, but in the road less travelled, he goes, there's 2 reasons to enter marriage, which he's a committed long-term relationship. And one is for children. They've tried every other way of raising children and nothing works better, even though it's also flawed, and friction. I was like waiting for and the second reason is, he goes for the friction.
To make you grow.
Yeah.
That's good to embrace friction, though.
100%, but it's not the romantic dream, is it? The second most important reason for marriage is so that you will rub against each other and make each other better. That sounds wearing. And it is wearing in a good way. It's the whole point.
Well, it's supposed to be in a good way. That's right, in a constructive way.
Yeah.
So I've reached this time in my life where I go, okay, I've done all that. I've been a really freaking, my kids are up and gone and they are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I've been really faithful to these ideas, these central tenets. But it's me time and I don't want to do certain things anymore. You know what I mean? And I was listening to Joseph Campbell or Jung or something on YouTube the other day. And it really helped to have somebody, I'll have to test this theory, but go, the whole trick to being human is to pursue authenticity at the same time as having a good family and running a home and paying your taxes, all that stuff, that you don't have to go and run with the wolves to be truly happy, even though you want to,
Is that the theory you're going to test? You're going to keep paying taxes?
Well, I know, I can imagine what life would be if I just went, oh, bugger it, I'm off.
Yeah.
Letters, you guys don't need me, so ta-ta.
Off to the desert for me.
I can kind of imagine how that would play out, and ultimately I don't think that would make me happier. It's probably, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
I agree.
You don't have to burn everything down to get what you want. So I think that's the Jungian thing, that you can have everything you want, just not all at once, and you don't have to, kick your family, your life, your home in the guts or whatever to be who you truly are, to be your finest expression of yourself. I don't know, it's a theory.
It's a theory I'm going to buy into because the pressure for you as an individual, for us to only be able to be our glorious, authentic, true selves in this isolated, out there space, away from messy, real responsibility and interconnectedness and discomfort and friction, and is
staying in it.
Is a fantasy, right? Like, it was Esther Perel who said, if you want an interesting relationship, stay in one.
Right.
And I'm like, ooh. Like, if it's an unhealthy, damaging, life-sapping relationship, maybe leave it. But if it's just bloody annoying and frustrating, inconvenient and glorious and messy and human, stay in it. Like, I think you're right. How do we become who we are in that most full sense of the word, inside of the creative boundaries of our actual lives?
Yeah. My mum, who's 88, down the farm, said, say yes to everything. That's her new theory. Say yes to everything. When I said, come on, let's go to the farm, she comes to the farm. And what was my thought I had the other day?
It'll come back to you.
It'll come back to you.
I am having so much fun. How about you? Coming up, we called it all about head injuries, birth order, and the joy of stepping behind the camera. Please share this episode with your friends and press subscribe on your preferred podcast platform so you always know when we release a new episode. So let's talk about your mum's like this amazing person. She's a poet and she was a teacher, and your dad was a counsellor, like a public servant in New Zealand for
Mayor of Mount Albert for 22 years.
22 years. Mm-hmm. And the story goes, the family law goes, that your mum said, yep, you can be in politics as long as you get us a nice library, dear.
Build the Mount Albert Library. Yeah.
Which I've been to many times with my children. It's fantastic. Thanks to your dad. and his counsellors. So what's her was, and your family's Catholic. You're the fifth born, first daughter in your family of 7. So I suspect you either eat fast or have a good throwing arm, because you were
both. Yes, actually, yeah, but I'm trying to slow down slow down the eating.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dinner would be served and there's 4 bigger boys at the table. Yeah. What do you do?
It was like, do you remember the stories? You might be too young to remember the noisy eaters on the radio on Saturday mornings. It'd be the radio stories, maybe Sunday mornings, and there was the noisy eaters. Pass me the salt. Well, anyway, that was what growing up in our house was like. So yes, I do eat fast, and I've got a pretty good throwing arm because softball was all the thing in the 70s. My brother was really good, so we did a lot of catching and pitching.
Nice, yeah. I did read an article where your father said you were good at throwing. You used to play a game with rotten fruit, throwing fruit at each other.
Oh well, maybe. Yes. I mean, he would have been apocryphal, but there was a lot of argy-bargy, with 4 brothers. It was pretty wild upbringing.
So would you describe yourself as a tomboy growing up, or just a
I didn't
robust...
want to be, but you didn't have much. That was the play, around. That was what was available. And I remember being excoriated for tucking.
What's excoriated?
It's like somebody's got a handful of rocks, put them in your face, and scratched up, and or when somebody tears strips off you.
Okay.
Verbally.
Nice. So you remember being excoriated?
Excoriated by my brother, not physically, but for having the temerity. Here we go.
Temerity.
I used to put on Mum's music on record player and dance around and tuck scarves into my knickers and dance, and that was, I was being up myself. And who do you think you are? And I was just a little girl
who loved music and moving around.
Yeah.
Which makes perfect sense.
So being girly was a little bit frowned upon. So I probably put that away quite early. Yeah.
Do you think the singing would have been a way? Did music mean something to you? Did it move?
Yeah. Music meant my mother's records, whatever she had. I remember the first song I ever remember hearing on the radio in Mum's car was "Puppet on a String," and the New Seekers. This is sort of things that we had, and just old stuff. But I learned to love opera and stuff, and
because you were going to be an opera singer.
Well, I liked the idea, but I never really had the application or probably the talent to be an opera singer. And I didn't love music that much. But it was a wonderful passion to follow it, and the stars of the day. And Kiri Takana was huge.
She was. And actually singing, because I remember you being in the swirling circle of our consciousness in New Zealand, and you were constantly singing. You were acting, and then you'd be singing somewhere, and I was like, wow, she's so courageous.
Yeah, I'm courageous to a fault.
Okay, tell me about that.
Because I'll do things that are scary, or I'll do things just to be like a good guy and contribute, but that's a really bad motivation for me, because somebody asked you, will you please sing in this charity fundraiser? I'll go out of my way to be a good guy, and it's never good because I'm overcompensating from my genuine self is, oh no, please don't ask me, leave me alone, If I'm
honest.
If I was really honest, I don't want to do any of it.
So where's the line for you in the, that? That's such a, it's quite profound that you might be, I think a word you used to describe was insular.
Did I use that word?
Yeah, once.
Yeah, increasingly as I get older.
Yeah. And so the desire to not have to put yourself out
participate.
there. And yet to do that, to contribute, what's the motivator? Is it to do the right thing, to be seen to be doing the right thing, or is it to contribute?
No, you have to. This is my mother.
Okay.
This is my mother and father's influence. They were big active, they were community servants.
Yeah.
My parents would go every Saturday or Sunday before church and visit people who were having their golden jubilee, their wedding anniversaries, like golden, diamond, whatever, and take them a pot of chrysanthemums. And you just had to, we would collect for IHC, and service was hugely important at my school, Marist. It was just part of the ethic, and I just was a dutiful little girl. But as an adult, I still do, but I don't like it anymore. I don't enjoy being out there anymore.
Yeah. And is it the service you don't enjoy, or is it the out there bit of it? Like, what
it's
is
the
it?
out there, yeah. I actually think, truthfully, I had a number of head injuries from doing Xena, from horse falls, from various things. And I went to see this amazing woman in Onehunga, who I'm going to later today.
Nice.
And she did this weird tippy-tappy thing, and over the course of it has changed she's kind of fixed my brain. And because I had a lot of concussions. I probably had 8 concussions.
Oh, gosh.
And whiplashes and things. So she's sort of undone all this whiplash. My God. You know, they say you can't do anything for head injury, but my experience is that some people can. And it's this kinesiology, blah, blah, blah. I don't know
It's
what
not
it is.
EMA? Is it a tapping?
It is a
light?
tapping thing. I don't know what the hell it is. And there's some herbal drops. I mean, it's kind of woo-woo, but my God, it works. So I was putting out the rubbish and I hit my head on a branch, and the next day at work, I could not read. My job's all about reading and regurgitating and understanding story, and you have to understand it on a somatic level. This is how the story goes, and this is...
So you have to understand it within
You have to understand
your body,
the narrative.
in your body. So when you say somatic, within
well, you take it into your body so that you don't have to be remembering a sequence of words.
Yeah.
You're remembering the story. You're remembering it somatically. It's an acting technique.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't want to go into it. But so when you're reading, your eyes are reading, and the brain is interpreting not just individual words, but then putting all the words and the meanings together, interpreting a story. So something happens back here, I think. I don't know where it is in your brain that does this. But this is where I hit my head. And I could read the words. Like I said, Ebony, you have to come and help me learn my lines because I'm having trouble. I can't read this. And the poor director was like, David de la Tour actually, was going, he must have been thinking, what the hell is wrong with her? Like, I do this all day, every day.
Yeah,
and I said,
this is what you do.
I cannot actually read this. She said, what do you mean? I said, I can't read it. So we go into my camper, and I'm reading the words, and we'd get to the bottom of the page, and I go, but I can't tell you what that page was about. Like the narrative part. Like I can read it, I can say it, but the narrative part is switched off. Yeah. So I left work and went straight to see this woman, Sherry Anderson, in Onehunga. And she did her tippy-tappy thing. I could read immediately. So whatever that thing is, people can you can rewire stuff. And I really kind of, it's like, I want to make a documentary about it.
Oh, wow.
But I've just got too much on at the moment. But in part, that's because she fixed my brain. And since that time, and it's been an ongoing process, I've become much, much quieter, much less impulsive. I think my impulsivity for saying yes and all this stuff was part of head injury.
Wow, yeah.
That I didn't know I had.
Yeah.
But it can, when I look back, I go, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Looking back, times I made bad decisions.
Yeah. And we're driven by so many drivers, subconscious and conscious, right? That makes sense to me. That also you might pull back. You might say, this is a different season in my life, and service is a good thing, but I don't have to say yes to everything. I don't have to be putting myself out there.
It's all of that.
But we were joking in text when we sat here for an hour and you sat in Gisborne going, wonder where the link is, and this is my life. And I'm like, ADHD vibes. Like for me, I'm like, wow, my brain is moving fast. I just went to an event the other day. I walked in and I'm like, no, it's definitely not on. I'd gone on the RSVP by date.
I love it.
Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah.
I was there 3 weeks early.
Yeah. I went a month early all the way to Christchurch for my friend's husband's 60th birthday. They weren't even in Christchurch. So I sat at the airport going, I feel like such a dick. I don't want to tell my husband that I made this mistake. I think I'll just go to Christchurch.
Did you catch up with anyone or did you just fly home?
No, just went to Christchurch, had a couple of glasses of wine. month early.
Yeah. Yeah, I just called people on the way home, made it really worthwhile car trip. Yeah. Caught up with all the family. Oh, far out. But I feel okay. I feel okay about being like that in the world now. I'm like,
you can't fight it.
I don't know, and I'm not a bad person. I'm not a useless person. I'm not a stupid person. I'm a person who's sometimes moving too fast and not paying enough attention.
Yeah.
And who has good intentions but needs a bit more support structure.
Okay. Hey, does this happen to you? So when I'm working, I didn't know this about myself, but I have the power to be completely obsessional about my work.
Yeah.
Only if it interests me. Otherwise it's like, doesn't, it's electricity in the air. I don't even see it. But I swear I've lost friends over this just because you just become unavailable and don't get back to people and they just think you're a
asshole.
You're a bad person. And I'm like, I kind of want to contact them, but it's only going to happen again. I'm about to go into the tunnel again. What about losing friends?
Okay, I used to think I had this massive character flaw because I would not talk to somebody for 6 months, 8 months, maybe a year, 2 years, and then I would need to talk to them because I needed some information or I needed their help or I needed and this is what I think.
You're a user.
And this is what I would think. I would think, yay, I get to talk to this person. I'd be so happy that I had an excuse to talk to the person or a motivation to talk to the person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I look like a user. But I'm so happy.
Did they ever say that to you?
I don't know if they ever said it to me, but I used to think, I've definitely got a character flaw because I will adore them and love them, but not be in contact with them for years. And then I will think, and so I've actually trained myself to, and I think it was, to be honest, it was COVID where the visceral absence of human connection. Like we had 7 people in our house and that was lovely, and we had a puppy dog and that was also life-saving. But without a community of friends, I was depleted, 100%.
Oh,
felt
interesting.
it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I can just activate initiating contact. I can just, anytime I think about somebody, I can just chuck them a text. I can just keep
because it
loving on them.
It nourishes you.
It nourishes me and it nourishes the relationship. Yeah. So that was sort of something I finally figured out.
Yeah.
So I think there were probably people who used to think.
Yeah, you know what? Along those lines, recently I thought for me to have a successful day, I need to do some physical exercise.
Yes.
I need to attend to my creative work and I need to check in with a friend.
Yes.
And preferably family, but my kids are at an age where they don't need to hear from their mother every day. Yeah. I'm super interested in them.
I know.
But,
and if you ask too many questions too soon.
No. Statements, no questions.
Whew, yeah. But be interested, Mum. Available. Yeah. It's such a fascinating thing, And I think about when I was 20-something and go, was I
I didn't talk to my parents.
I didn't think about my mum all the time.
No, God, no.
So funny.
Yeah. I check in with my parents once a month.
I know.
Yeah.
And now we're like, hey, how's it going? Okay, cool. I love your list of needs. Your creative work, a friend or a family member,
exercise.
And moving your body.
If I'm really honest, I only had friends in there. I didn't say family because family's just kind of a given, I guess. Yeah. But those are 3 things that...
I'm going to try and become your friend after this.
Oh, sorry, I don't have time.
What? So rude. So rude.
But only one of those every 2 years, friends, okay?
Yeah, sweet,
that's
sweet.
Fine with me, mate. Yeah. Everybody's busy. Don't worry about it.
Busy. Once every 5, it'd be fine. I just wanted to say, I thought you did a lovely portrayal. It's a cameo, obviously, Helen Kelly, in the role Pike River. She plays an important role in the unfolding history of that story. And the way you played that role, I think grounded her as a human being and a force. So I wanted to acknowledge that.
Thank you.
That's who I perceived she was, and that there was...
I don't think she ever felt sorry for herself.
No. Photographs of her dying of lung cancer and she's got a smile on her face.
She's amazing. Imagine having that grace.
Yeah,
I don't want to be tested that way.
I hear you.
I don't want to ever have to be that graceful. I would hope I would be, but cancer, that sucks, man. I had a couple of girlfriends die before 50 of lung cancer. I can't remember what country. I think hers was too far to know where it started, but one of lung cancer, and she'd never smoked or anything. Yeah, it can get you.
So this taps into a theory I've got, which is being 50 is slightly dangerous. You lose a few people. Like there are people who die in their 50s. It's here and there, right? There are people who die at every age, so I know that what I'm saying is on one level benign. I mean,
something,
whatever that word is, ridiculous.
Yeah.
But not benign. It's good.
Yeah, on one level, it's good.
But you know what I mean?
I'm with you. Yeah.
So there's this sort of a wake-up call in our 50s of, holy, we're not infallible, we're not immortal.
Yeah, this is real.
And then we're living with our parents who are aging, and we're seeing the transition of strength. Their lives are in the downward slope in terms of physical strength, right, and mental strength, and more power to those people who are embracing their lives and as we get a longer life. But it makes me really aware of this season of 50 and 60 where what I'm doing now will impact how I'm living in the future.
Yeah.
And it's a season where, like you say, you've done the job, potentially, if you've had kids, of releasing them into the world. And there's a new release of energy. And you've said in a couple of interviews, I mean, I'm 100% stoked to be able to quote you. At 55, you said this is the best year of my life, that you were surprised and delighted about that.
Oh, my God, 50s, a woman gets a lot of power back. Yeah.
At 53, you said...
If you're lucky enough to have good health.
Yes.
And you should start that in your 40s. I mean, preferably your whole life, but you need to start in your 40s to have a good old age. Don't fool around. Lift some damn weights, women. Like... They say death starts in the legs. Like, your legs get weak without you even noticing. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden you find that getting into the car, it's a bit low or something, getting out of the car is a little hard. It's because you're losing all this strength in your legs. Mm-hmm. So you lose your ability to skip across the road, fast to get out of the way of traffic. That is not an omen. That's a warning. It's trying to tell you, do something about it, because it's remedial. You can remediable. You can fix this, and it's so damned simple. It's not easy because going to the gym is hard. Guess what? It's not supposed to be easy. Do the damn work because you have so much to get on with. And a woman in her 50s you can put aside all the childish things. You might not be a grandparent yet, so this is your me time.
This is a window.
Don't frickin' blow it by being a slob.
The producer loved it. So talk to me about the surprise and the delight of your 50s. Like, tell me what is, because from the window looking outside, people would say, Xena Warrior Princess, surely that's the peak and the pivot of your entire life. And yet, as women in our 50s, we're like, actually...
Yeah. No, I've had such surprises in the last 2 or 3 years. And I can't entirely take credit for this. It happened to me. I got this email and it was from Margaret Moth's best friend. Margaret Moth was a New Zealand camera woman through the wars in Sarajevo and around the world, in Palestine and Israel. And her best friend said, do you want to make a movie about this? And for some reason I said yes. And then I was like, God, Lucy, you have no business saying that you can make this film. You've never done it before. You never initiated a project. You've come on after the initiation. But it was almost metaphysical. But my addiction to saying yes or doing the thing that scares, it wasn't even conscious. That truthfully wasn't conscious. That's why I'm saying yes. I can't. It was like, it was metaphysical. Mm-hmm. I can't even say how this happened. Anyway. So I did go and find the producers and find the money and I ended up directing it.
Was that hard? Was it hard?
Yeah, it was hard.
Finding the money, finding the producers?
Yeah, really hard. Nobody goes, ooh, you're Lucy Lawless, you're so special, let me throw some money at you.
But you find the producers.
It's really hard, but if you don't start, you're never going to achieve anything. And it's very seldom that somebody who doesn't start an idea and show up for it every day and you just keep working on it, doesn't achieve something, you're still going to be better off than you were before you began.
Yes.
So just be about it. You're in the argy-bargy of life.
So let's talk about your movie, Never Look Away. I'm really happy you've brought it up. Like this, and I want to just hit on this idea, like this line that you said at 53, I'm just jellyfishing along and I have a nice time. Like
that's how my life was. I was just going
yes to opportunities.
Around. Yeah,
yes to opportunities, and this opportunity and that opportunity. Like and it's worked, right? It's worked. In your 30s and your 40s, yes to this.
I was raising
yes to
kids,
that.
so
you've got other things, yeah. And then this comes along, and this requires an entirely different energy from you. This requires you to form the project and push the project.
I pushed it out like the biggest freaking baby.
And there's fear in that because you've never done it before. It's new ground.
Yeah. Honestly, they had the ventouse up there trying to suck this baby out, and I was pushing, and they were giving me drugs, and not literally, but I mean,
not literally.
Nothing wants to be born. It takes a lot of effort, and
so this is cool. Because you had the temerity. Is that the right use of the word? To just keep pushing it.
The chutzpah, yeah. Anyway, with a lot of other people came on board.
Yeah.
But somehow that spark of passion and I
and
like
this is your 50. You're in your 50s, right?
I'm in my 50s. Did this. Anyway, this film turned out to be just a great little film that went to Sundance, and now I'm directing, and I like it so much better than acting. Though can't pay the rent on it. I don't know. People do it. Like directors, it looks like such a highfalutin job, but anyway, they're scraping by like everybody else. Anyway, but I like it so much better than acting. Because,
what do you like about it?
Well, in acting, you have to park your critical thought at the door on day one and not resume thinking for yourself for 3 or 4 months. Whereas directing is all critical thought all the time, plus everybody's job is in your purview. Yeah, you are the tastemaker of all these brilliant people's work. They're coming to you to go, how'd you feel about this? And I go, what about that? And they go, okay. And they synthesize it into something better than you dreamed. So, you have amazing people around you. That's bloody exciting. And as a director, you're interested and part of every actor's role. So it's much more demanding. Acting uses just like one mental muscle, and directing uses everything you've got.
And you're loving that.
Yeah, I love that.
How cool.
Really stressful. It's pretty stressful.
Yeah, sounds stressful.
Yeah, it is stressful. Yeah.
Good stress? Depends, probably.
Seems to be okay. I mean, I'm enlivened by it, and now I'm trying to push my own projects and get other things going.
The Margaret Moth movie, Never Look Away, which I went to see as well.
Oh, you're a good girl.
I know. Thank you. In preparation, and I hope and desire that we could also talk to you about that. It's fantastic.
Good.
It's a really great documentary movie about this brilliant, flawed, fantastic,
outrageous,
fiery character.
Kiwi woman.
Yeah. It's
the most unknown famous New Zealander.
Who went through a lot.
Yes, she's just a remarkable person who got their face blown off by a sniper's bullet, for those who haven't seen it, and survived, not only survived, but thrived afterwards, and went about her work as a war camera person with a new purpose, new sense of service. Became all she could be, her most perfect expression.
Back in the role that she'd had already.
Yeah, amazing.
What did directing that movie do for you as a human?
She kicked me into high gear. And that's what Margaret did in life, actually. She tried to raise up, not just women, but people generally, but certainly women in the profession, teaching them what she knew, sharing her knowledge, and she was really generous that way. And she did that for me, posthumously. She utterly changed my life. changed how I see myself. Like I said, I really meant that. I had jellyfished my way through life until now. And now I have a drive that I never had before.
And is the drive to do work that is meaningful to you, or tell
to
stories?
To do work that is hard, and to entertain people, to make people feel something. Because I believe if you can make them feel, you can make them think later. You want them to do the thinking later and discussing and fighting about things at the cafe afterwards, So, I want to move and celebrate humanity, show humanity, and in a wholly entertaining way. I'm not there to educate you per se. I want you to educate yourself.
I think it's a great relief. I think that's a wisdom that comes with age. Like, that's how I feel about grey areas, to be frank.
Tell me.
Is women are incredibly generous by and large and will share of themselves, both the good and the terribly difficult. We're willing to be vulnerable. We're not the upper. We're not at the apex of the predator chain. We're just one rung down, white women anyway. So we have some insight into what it's like to wrestle. And then, there are the further down the chain from power you go, I think the more potentially open people are to wrestling with the tension of becoming and the difficulty, the what we think about and what we can do, what we could achieve, or who we could become, or how we can impact society for good. And so for me, grey areas is about women who are willing to sit in the seat and share of themselves so that other women listening think for themselves. They work it out. I just think we get to a certain age where we're willing to wrestle with ourselves based on what we are hearing and interpreting and listening to and putting in. Like, I want women to think for themselves and make life-giving decisions. It's up to them if they don't want to do that.
This is for women?
Yeah, it's for women who live in New Zealand who are in midlife.
Right. Maybe it's that, because I was interested that you say we're not apex predators or whatever. Like, who the hell wants to be an apex predator? That's just gross. Maybe it's that you don't care about the structure anymore, the power structure. You don't care to be on that ladder. You're not climbing it. Go your own way. You can be a Roman candle. Go off in your own way, right? That's what we want to be.
Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah. You want to go your own way.
Go your own way.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that Margaret Moth has done that for you.
Yeah.
Has notched it up.
I can't ascribe it to anything else.
It's so awesome.
Yeah. She's made me a different person.
Wouldn't she be stoked to hear that?
Yeah. I get 'em.
She'd be like, Lucy who? And then she'd be like, awesome, glad to hear it. This is a special season of life for women. Let's go somewhere. Coming up, we discuss ideas about aging and why Lucy believes it's more important to try than to succeed. You can find me on Instagram. I'm at Petra Bagust or at Grey Areas with Petra Bagust. And you can catch the full video episodes on YouTube. There was one more quote, and it was about, it was you talking about you didn't want to get into an early death spiral. This midlife season, you didn't want to get into an early death spiral, scaling down your life due to having been there, done that. You had a keen desire to keep adventuring. Mm-hmm. Can you expand on that at all? Or was that the old you?
No, I think that's, my husband calls it the death gene, where you start going, oh no, or you can't do that, or something. It's like,
you're too old.
Whatever about anything. You could be 30 and still be saying these things. Oh no, that's too hard. That's not for me. I've never done that before. And maybe I was guilty of that when I was jellyfishing, going, oh no, but I've got too many other things to do. But I think that was right at the time, that my kids are freaking awesome. No one's doing drugs. Nobody's stuck on, in video game hell. Nobody's gone to war. Nobody's whatever. That it's time to go your own way. Maybe that's it. Yeah. And how beautiful. Just we have the support of our good families and our partners.
You're not going your own way alone. I don't think it means setting off on an adventure and saying goodbye to your old life, but it does mean potentially branching out into something that you are deeply interested in.
Yeah,
have a go. I'm going to try this. I just did a tour. I just did a live tour and did 12 shows around New Zealand about menopause and midlife. And I'm like, far out, I'd learned something about myself.
Yeah, what'd you learn?
I learned that I can actually show up, and the discipline of repeating myself, not having to be addicted to novelty. I had this idea that I could never give a talk twice. Whereas you can take the heart and the gold, the goodness of the content, and you can find the fresh in the people who are in the room and in the place that you're at.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
But you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I'm not addicted to novelty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been addicted to novelty.
Same. Isn't that the best thing about acting? Isn't that the best thing about presenting? Like, I worked for TV3 for 18 years, but I just did 56 different jobs.
Yeah.
I was like, how did I ever stay with somebody in a business for that long?
Yeah.
But it's like, it's okay. The new, the adventure.
You know what, that might be being ADD or ADHD. I mean, I don't see them as being quite the same thing.
Okay.
I don't know anything about, I've never even really looked it up, or if I did, I didn't particularly drink in the definitions, but like ADD, but just having one of those minds that goes, because you're highly distractible, and I'll start one job and then go do another thing and then come back to that job later, and it does all get done, but not in a linear fashion, right? But it means I'm really good in chaos, because that's the water I swim in, man. So I can go overseas with 2 days planned and just the rest is jazz, and I'm like super at home.
Happy as.
Yeah. And I'm really flexible, so I'll deal with. But my husband would lose his freaking mind because he's a major planner and a very good one. That's
that's how he's done all those.
Right. So he'll plan everything to within an inch of his life, and he'll have all the like travel agents and everybody on top of everything, and I'm just, I cannot bear all that structure around me, But which is a way of saying that we're all needed for different things, and that's why you were so good at that, because that flexibility. I met Victor Garber at a friend's place, and he was talking about the end of Alias. He did a show, Alias, right? He'd been in Titanic and other things, and I said, "Oh my gosh, so you're gonna have a great, rest? You're gonna do something?" And he was like, "Oh God, no! What would I do? I've got to get another job." I was like, "Are you kidding?" Like, for him, having a job, the same job for years on end, and then another one was like, that is nirvana for him. Whereas it's like, kill me now. If I need to know where I'm going to be in 7 years, like, that's death to me.
I know.
But for him, it's totally enlivening. Yeah. And that was a revelation to me.
Yeah.
Similarly, I met this guy doing a film in Prague, and he, really nice man, and he was married to a woman who demanded that he phone her every day and send flowers like every day.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm a Kiwi, right? I'm like, God, this is a bit high maintenance, isn't it, mate? And he goes, He goes, yeah, I like it. And I went, you just blew my mind. I did not know that there was a man for a woman like that, because it's not a Kiwi thing, right? I mean, to be that high maintenance is like later.
We're real pioneer.
There really is someone for everyone.
It's amazing. But even just the discovery, like letting people be who they are. You let your husband be Mr. Organised, understand where
can't do anything about it.
No, you can't. And he hopefully lets you be Ms. Aroreritini, which is the Māori word for ADHD, attention in many directions. Aroreritini.
Is that many thoughts?
Yeah, attention in many directions. It's like many dilly. And I just like, okay. I tried out once just doing one thing at a time one morning, just only completing every job. And I was like, wow, it's quite amazing. It's so...
How did that go, really? What a novel idea.
It was a novel idder, and it was very...
stick to the task.
Calming. And I thought, I won't be doing that again. But it was amazing. There was an efficiency to it that I could experience. And I might try it again one day. I know, because it was novel.
That's really interesting. What was the task?
It was just breakfast. It was just, I'm just going to make the tea, and I'm just going to make the food. then I'm just going to do the next
It's
thing.
hilarious that this is our idea, like an outrage, like assiduity. I'm going to stick to the task.
Stick to the task. It's like I would go pack my kids' suitcases for a winter holiday, and I'm like, well, while I'm here, I should go through all of their clothes, because when am I ever in their room going through their drawers? And Hamish is like, this is not the time for that task. I'm like, there seems like no better time than to completely spring clean their entire wardrobes and work out what fits and what doesn't fit and what.
Right.
And he's like, no, you're just packing for this holiday that we're leaving for.
That's really good, because like I'll boil eggs and put them on toast and then go, I have to go vacuum that. So I'm bouncing freaking eggs all over the carpet while I'm vacuuming. Nuts.
Yeah.
Just do one thing.
Yeah.
That's a crazy idea. I'm going to try that.
Crazy. You should try it. It's fun. Yeah. No, yeah.
Fun. I think you might be overstating that a bit. But I'll go, look at this. I got a big blister on my hand. I want to take this tag of skin off because it's been there for days.
I can give you some scissors.
Okay. Because if I pull it, it's going to bleed.
Don't pull it. Yeah. Okay, very cool. I think it's so interesting to hear you talking about ADHD and ADD like that.
I don't really know what they are.
No,
you can probably tell.
Yeah. You're striking me towards the ADHD. But I think there's like me. I like live television. I'm never happier than when I'm doing live TV, because anything could go wrong, and that's my happy place.
Yeah, totally.
What will happen?
Yeah.
What will happen next?
Yeah.
You remember people ringing you and saying, "Are you free to book this conference in a year's time?" And I'm like,
yeah, I don't know
where I'll be.
Same. People ask me about things.
And then you get older and you realise, years have a kind of a rhythm to them, and I'll probably be around, and okay, yeah, I'll commit to that
you're
thing in a
such a
year.
thoughtful person, yeah. Yeah, okay. I like that.
Yeah, I can
use
kind of
that.
do it. I'm kind of doing it. Your young mantra, Lucy's young mantra was wanting to be the best at everything
Did I say that?
she could be, being the best she could be at everything she tried. Like a personality trait thing. You wanted to be the...
When did I say that?
You said that a while ago. I don't know.
It's been a really long time ago. I don't remember that. But anyway.
As a kid, being the best you could be at
I'm
everything
sure
you tried.
meant it at the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you like to be good at everything you do?
No, I don't think it's... I said I'd be good at everything, because I certainly
best.
wasn't. But at best I could be.
The best you could be?
Yeah, I want to see... You want to see
how
you can pull this off.
Yeah.
It's not important to succeed. It's important to try, because I don't want to die going, I chickened out. Yeah.
Cool. And your middle name's Francis. Is that after your dad?
Yep.
That's so cool.
I think most of us have got Francis as a second name.
Really?
Actually, no, just a couple of us.
Awesome.
Yeah, the street up here is my dad's street. Yeah.
It is. You're like, this is your hood. So being brought up in a Catholic household, what do you think that gave you, apart from the service?
Well, I will say that I took it differently than my siblings.
Tell me
But
about
what
that.
it gave me was, yes, this sort of, oh my God, I remember my mother saying this to me, to whom much has been given, much will be expected in return. And she said it with a slightly sort of pejorative, like, you weren't allowed to be conceited or anything in our house.
How mean your parents were not to let you be conceited.
Yeah, it's not a thing, right? And growing up at Mount Albert, you better frickin' be humble. And so fake it.
Fake being humble.
Fake it. No, but I remember her saying to him, much has been given, much will be expected in return. Like, because I was the first girl and one of only two girls amongst all those boys. Apparently that was a really privileged position to be in, like it's my fault. But anyway, I inferred from that you better pay double for whatever you get. You have to pay double for. Make sure you're not, because I was lucky. I have been born lucky. I'm lucky. I just think I'm lucky. And I mean in that Irish hoity-toity kind of way, not like, gosh, I'm so lucky to be here. I mean, like, no, I'm kind of just leprechaun lucky.
Things go right.
Yeah, shit goes right.
Yeah. The chips fall well.
This might be my delusion, but like that's how I feel. So because I'm lucky, you should never get anything for free.
Okay.
Like I would never sign up for competitions and things, because if I won, I would be not just embarrassed, but shamed in the community.
Oh.
And that's a Kiwi thing, right? You can't be too lucky. You can't be luckier than everybody else. It's a tall poppy thing.
Okay.
Now I think about it. I'm just making this up as I go.
But in your family, sticking out, winning was bad?
Don't be up yourself.
Okay.
Lucy, my brother said one day, if you were any more up yourself, you'd be inside out. That's a bit of freaking 1976 Mount Albertian logic.
Were you up?
Identification.
Were you up yourself?
Oh, well, I was. I mean,
Did you just think
I was
well
an
of
extrovert,
yourself?
and I probably was.
Confident?
What's the word when you're a bit exhibitionistic? Because I was always putting on plays. I was an arty kind of person in a world of tradesmen. So that was seen as being a little bit. You're really up yourself and conceited, and who are you twirling around like a girl?
Have you embraced your inner girl?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of learned. I really love my brothers now, especially that one. I really.
He's
love
your favourite.
He's one of my favourites.
No, you don't have to have favourites. Sorry, I apologise to all the other brothers.
He's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
But I think I realised in my mind that they were kind of dickheads, and I didn't really think that they were right anymore. Cool. I just removed myself from people I disagree with about me.
That's so fantastic.
No. And I was on the phone with him this morning, and no, he's great.
Yay.
We all grew up.
Yeah. And so there were ways of being in the family, but it sounds like you found your own way.
Yeah. It's fine. They didn't do me any harm, ultimately.
It's the friction, right?
Yeah.
The friction's good. Well, I know that your favourite possession is a tractor.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'd give you a moment to give some glory to the tractor if you want to. Tell me about your
I'm trying
beloved.
to give her a name. I have an Antonio Carrara tractor, which is a hillside tractor, an Italian one designed for working in vineyards, which are very steep. So a lot of tractors, you don't want to go across the grain of the hill because it'll tip you over and you'd
kill you.
Dead burger. You're right. But this has a very low centre of gravity, and it has a lot of torque in the frame so that you can go over really crazy hummocks and be sideways on hills because I have to mow this blackberry bloody everywhere, and more safely. And I got it because I wanted my kids to be safe. But of course, like getting your own puppy for the kids, you're the one who ends up feeding it, looking after it. So that's how the farm is for me. And turns out I just love it.
So you love farm life. And you love the tractor.
Yes, secretly I'm quite a peasant. I'm a good peasant.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear it. And I hear you fix the tractor as well. YouTube is useful.
YouTube's so great. I don't fix the tractor, but I can service basic things.
Okay, nice. Good clarification.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're not being up yourself, like rating your skills.
I will do the simple dog's body work, that's for sure.
Anything coming up that you're excited about work-wise that you want to tell us about?
I am talking... I'm in this lovely sweet spot of people being interested in working with me at the moment, but I have to turn it into actual jobs. Okay. So I'm just in conversation with a bunch of different producers about different kinds of projects. It's very exciting. So, yeah, your 50s can be like your most... Because you're much more grateful for every opportunity, you can really recognise how special things are. I think your 50s are really a magnificent time. So definitely go lift some weights. And so you're ready for it.
And talk to me about, because this I feel like in our 50s, women are taken a little bit more seriously when we're older. But do you feel like it's not your job now to attract the male gaze? And yet in an industry like film and television, how we look counts.
Oh yeah, behind the camera is so much better. It's so stressful having to suck your tummy in all the time and have good hair, because I just don't do hair. I don't know how it is today, but it's lucky if it gets brushed, because that's a makeup artist's job. But yeah, I don't enjoy that at all. Wearing other people's clothes. Ugh.
It used to be. It was a scandal when you went to an opening with just one stripe of nail polish on your.
To be fair, that's all there was in the bottle.
I don't think they did a stripe on every finger, and it was in the Women's Weekly magazines. And I'm
That's right. I was glad they didn't notice that my beloved makeup artist had done my part like off center. It wasn't even on the side. It was like just like half a centimeter to the right, which was totally lopsided. It was all wrong. But all they noticed was the nail
nails.
polish.
So the freedom of not having to be looked at all the time is a good thing for you, or is it you're looked at? This is life, right?
I don't know. I don't go out in society. Nobody sees me. I go to the bloody farm.
So good.
Bunch of possums are what look at me.
That's so good.
It is interesting though, isn't it, to be no longer thinking about guys.
That's so interesting.
Well, guys thinking about you, and they can tell how old you are from behind
100 meters. I'm like, my ass is not turning on anyone. It's so true. Yeah, it's like freedom. And I know that some people talk about it like invisibility, but there's something about if that has been a part of your work.
You don't have to be invisible.
No, I don't think you have to either.
Though, a lot of people like it. I like going around through New Zealand and not having anybody. People are nice to you anyway.
I know.
Like, you don't have to be famous for people to be nice to you, and isn't that the objective, is just to have a connection with people? You don't want it to be a television relationship. You want it human to human. Anyway, why did I get into that?
Being invisible, you don't have to be invisible, you were saying?
It can be very useful. So you can sit and people watch. Like, writers really like it, you know?
Yeah.
And also to see how I enjoy when people... I used to enjoy when people would even be rude to me, because people aren't that rude to me anymore, maybe because I'm older, but people would be rude to you, go, oh my God, this is how they really treat people who aren't famous. Like, wow, how awful. Anyway.
It's so fun. Humanity is so fun. I like it. I like being older, and I like there being the ability to care about what I care about as far as how I look, and also not care about what other people are thinking of me. If that's the way I want the cookie to crumble that day. It's quite lovely.
What do you think about Meghan Markle saying, I just need to have my voice heard?
Oh, is that what she said?
Oh, she's always talking about her voice. Her voice, her beautiful voice.
Yeah.
It's important to have a voice. Here we've got these bloody microphones in our face. You go around doing tours. Is it important to have a voice?
Is the antithesis of having a voice having no voice? Does everybody desire and need for their voice to be heard?
Oh, you think that's what she's saying? I've had no voice.
Maybe. And is what's good for Meghan Markle necessary and right for every other person? Like, do I enjoy having a voice?
If you had no voice, would you be bereft?
Yes, I would be a little bereft. And I have had 10 years of having no voice.
Tell me about, what do you mean?
Well, when I left TVNZ's Breakfast,
yeah,
I thought I was leaving a job, and it turns out I was leaving the industry. I was no longer hired for anything on television. Mm-hmm. And so after a year's sabbatical, which I loved, just...
Well, hang on. Sabbatical, were you paid for this?
No, I said to my husband, I was paid. I said to my husband, I'm taking 6 months out, completely out. I'm not doing any work.
So you were paid out?
I left TVNZ. Was I paid? I don't know. There'll be a contract.
Severance thing?
Yeah,
okay.
Probably, maybe.
Okay.
I can't remember.
So anyway, when you say sabbatical, you mean you personally chose to take that time off?
Yeah, I personally chose to take 6 months out. I'm like, I'm not looking for work. I'm not getting anything. I'm going to hang out with my family. I'm going to recover from morning shifts, which didn't really work with my biology or psychology.
Meaning what? Getting up at 4?
Yeah, getting up at 4. Just wasn't great. I thought I'd be fine at it. I wasn't great at it. And then after 6 months, I said to Hamish, I hope you don't mind, I'm going to take another 6. This is great. So I actually simplified my life. I was mumming and not much more, like living and mumming and feeling like a human being again for a whole year.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, what will I turn my hand to? And television wasn't a door that was open anymore to me. And I'd presented for 19 years and part-time before that. So I did all sorts of other things. I started studying Te Reo Māori, and I worked on being a better MC, and I was doing ambassadory kind of work.
Yeah.
And that carried on for another 9 years.
So where was this bereft thing?
So the bereft thing was talking and walking with girlfriends and thinking, these conversations are useful. These conversations that we're having, I think, could have an audience. Like, they could be useful for other women. These could be...
So you were never bereft. You just flexed.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
You just went, how can I make this? Yeah, I think it's the art of war, isn't it? Adapt as you turn to face the enemy. Like, be adaptable. Flex, change. Yeah, turn it to something else. Yeah. It's alchemy. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was a very beautiful thing. Grey Areas was a surprise and a delight.
But hang on, you initiated this yourself. Nobody came and said, make this, right?
No. There was a conversation between Josh and myself, and he said, have you ever thought about making a podcast? And I'm like, all the time. And so we had a conversation, and the alchemy happened that we made Grey Areas. Yeah. And it's
how long?
8 seasons, 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's found a home. Like, it's the most fulfilling work I've ever done. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, me too.
I know, it's so good. You can see why I wanted to talk to you about your 50s. The most fulfilling we've ever done. And it's like, not TV. It's just like, it's like me creatively seeking out people who I really want to have a conversation with and asking them questions based on curiosity. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm seeing it. I don't know what you mean, but
it's a good thing.
It's
a great thing.
Okay. Yeah, I would never do it, but yeah.
No, but you're directing. You've like, I want to tell a story.
Yeah.
And you do it.
Everybody thinks they want to do a podcast, but it's like sticking at it. Sticking to the knitting is hard. Making content is freaking arduous work, man. And you've got to, have that drive day after day after day after day, man. Everybody thinks they can do it. They cannot. Yeah. And I guess I just know that from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Good on you.
Thank you. I love it. And thank you for, thanks for coming back to your old hood. Hanging out.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, your father's road. So lovely. I'm going to ask you the final question. The last question is, I'm so sorry to have sort of falsely... Imagine yourself as an 80-year-old. I don't know, you're on the farm?
Yeah.
80-year-old Lucy.
Yeah.
What does she say to you today? What does she say?
She says, a little running with the wolves is a good thing. Run with the wolves a little.
I think you're kind of...
Schedule it.
Yes. Schedule a little running with the wolves.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take your 80-year-old's advice. Yeah. You're such a firecracker. It's fabulous. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Ngā mihi nui kia koe, Lucy. Thank you for saying yes, even when you want to say no, and for putting yourself out there, sharing your unique midlife wisdom with us, and also embracing new challenges along the way, whether it's servicing a tractor or getting a completely new project off the ground. Go you. If you are hungry for good content, we are releasing previous episodes of Grey Areas on YouTube, and I have another podcast called Sunday Sanctuary. It is about spiritual things. Thank you to Love It Media and my home crew. Please, if you can support this podcast with a donation through the website greyareas.nz, we would be truly grateful. Thank you. Our music is by Aro. This song is Korimako. Until next time, go gently with yourself, unless you're busy running with the wolves. See you next time.